Alexa is with us in California. Hi, Alexa. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hi, Dave. It's a pleasure to speak with you.
You too. What's up?
Well, after reading The Total Money Makeover, my husband and I already completed baby step 1, and we are in the process of starting baby step 2. However, we're currently having some problems living at home with my mother-in-law and brother-in-law, and we're looking to move out. Our initial plan was to stay there, our current residence, and save up money to pay off pay off debt, and save and then work on baby step 3. But that seems like it's impossible. So my question for you, Dave, is: should we stay home and endure another 18 months of paying off debt, or should we look to move out and still try to pay off our debt?
Okay. The way you're phrasing that sounds like when you move out, you're going to give up on your get-out-of-debt plan, and I don't like that. I want you to move out, and I want you to ratchet up the number of hours you're working and tighten your budget down and rent some cheap thing, as cheap as you can find. I know you're in California, but I want you to give up on your get-out-of-debt plan.
Okay.
If you run out the door with your hair on fire because you're mad at your mother-in-law and you abandon your get-out-of-debt plan and you wuss out on properly tightening your budget down and really being hardcore, you missed the point.
Okay.
I get being frustrated and getting out of a toxic situation. I'm saying do it. Wouldn't you, Christy?
Yeah, I hear this a lot where people feel like they only have, if I do this, I can't do this, and that's not true. You can do both. You can move out and get out of debt. People get out of debt all the time that didn't live with their mother-in-law. You can do this. I think it comes down to changing the narrative in your mind that that's not possible, because if you don't believe it's possible, you're not going to try. But if you start to realize, like, okay, what must be true? We ask this all the time, Dave. What must be true for me to get out of debt and pay a reasonable, cheap rent, but reasonable that we can afford, outside of living with my mother-in-law? And you start to run those numbers, you find something that is just crazy cheap, you increase your income, take a side gig, then you start to see how it's possible.
Yeah, so if it takes you, an extra 12 months, so it's 30 months to get out of debt instead of 18, so what? I'm okay with that. You got your sanity, and you moved out.
You enjoyed your life in the process a little more.
But the way you phrased this was, do I stay with crazy, or do I just move out and I hope it works
and give
out?
Up. Yeah.
No. No, I'm going to have a plan, and I'm going to execute the plan.
I'm going to do both. Yeah. You change that narrative.
Exactly.